Have you ever felt your legs grow heavy, swollen, or slightly discolored without a clear reason? You might think these are just normal signs of aging, but the truth-insolent changes in your legs can be the first warning signals of life-threatening diseases. And sadly, most people over 60 ignore them until it's too late. According to cardiovascular and vascular experts at Mayo Clinic, many life-threatening conditions such as heart failure, pulmonary embolism, or peripheral artery disease often don't begin with a heart attack, but instead start in your legs. Symptoms like persistent leg swelling, skin discoloration, or pain while walking may indicate that your blood vessels are gradually becoming blocked, obstructing blood flow to your heart and brain, silently leading to stroke or death if not detected early. This is not a vague warning. It is an opportunity for you to detect early and prevent the worst. In the next few minutes, I will share with you the 3 most dangerous signs in your legs after age 60 that very few doctors talk about, along with simple, effective solutions that can help you live longer and healthier for many years to come. Are you ready to listen to what your legs have been trying to tell you? Roberta, 66-year-old retired engineer living in the suburbs of Arizona, has always taken pride in his active and healthy lifestyle. Every morning, he starts his day with a walk around the neighborhood, tends to his flower-filled backyard garden, and spends weekends playing with his grandchildren. But then, small signs began to appear. His ankles frequently swell in the evenings. Sometimes he experiences mild numbness or cramps when climbing stairs. He thought, it's probably just age. During regular health checkups, no one mentioned these symptoms. No one said they could be early signs of venous insufficiency or silently forming blood clots in the leg vein zone of the leading causes of pulmonary embolism in older adults. Then, during a family visit in Texas, Robert suddenly collapsed right at the garage driveway. The diagnosis: a large blood clot from his leg had traveled to his lungs, causing a critical condition where just minutes of delay could have cost him his life. After 3 weeks in the hospital and thousands of dollars in medical bills, Robert still couldn't believe that his own legs had been silently sending distress signals for months, and he had no idea. This is why you should never ignore small changes in your legs. They could be your last chance to prevent a major incident. Sign 1: persistent leg swelling. Have you ever noticed that your ankles or calves look larger by the end of the day, your shoes feel tighter, or the indentation from your socks lasts longer than usual? If this happens frequently, especially after you have rested, don't ignore it. This could be the first silent warning from your heart. Experts at Johns Hopkins Medicine warn that persistent leg swelling, even if painless, may be an early sign of venous insufficiency or congestive heart failure, when blood is no longer pumped effectively from the legs back to the heart. This condition increases pressure within the veins, causing fluid to leak into soft tissues, resulting in swelling. Notably, research published in the American Heart Journal shows that older adults experiencing persistent leg swelling have a 57% higher risk of death within 10 years compared to those without this symptom. Unfortunately, most patients are only diagnosed when the disease has reached an advanced stage. They often blame old age, switch to whiter socks, or start wearing slip-on shoes, unaware that their body is trying to send distress signals. However, there is good news. This condition can improve significantly with just a few simple daily changes without medication or surgery. Here are 3 simple steps to improve it. Elevate your legs above your heart for 30 minutes daily, especially after lunch. This isn't just placing your feet on a chair. You need to lie on your back and prop at least 3 pillows under your calves to help blood flow back to your heart more effectively. This practice can improve venous circulation by up to 30% within just 1 week. Cut hidden sodium from your diet. Remove 3 common but harmful food scan soups, processed deli meats, and antacids containing sodium bicarbonate. According to the Cleveland Clinic, this can reduce leg swelling by up to 40% within 72 hours. Perform the sock imprint test every morning. Gently press your thumb on the front of your ankle for 3 seconds. If the indentation doesn't disappear within 5 seconds, you should see a doctor and request a BNP blood tester marker that can detect early heart failure, even before abnormalities appear in heart imaging tests. Sign 2. Changes in skin, color, and temperature of the legs. When the skin on your legs starts to change color, turning pale, white, light blue, or unusually red, you might simply think it's due to cold weather or sitting for too long. But don't be complacent. These seemingly minor changes could be a warning from your circulatory system that blood is not flowing sufficiently to your tissues, and this can lead to consequences more serious than you might expect. The story of Mrs. Linda, a 69-year-old living in Kansas, is a clear example. One day, she noticed that the skin on her right calf was pale and noticeably cooler than the rest. When she asked the doctor at her local health center, the answer was simply, poor circulation due to age, nothing to worry about. Trusting that, Mrs. Linda did nothing further. But over the following months, the pale area spread, and she experienced tingling sensations when walking. When she finally saw a vascular specialist, they discovered 3 major blockages in her leg arteries, and if delayed a few more weeks, the risk of tissue necrosis and amputation was very high. According to Mayo Clinic, changes in skin color and temperature in the legs are common signs of peripheral artery disease, PAD. This condition occurs when plaque builds up inside the arteries, reducing blood flow to the legs. A study published in the Journal of Vascular Surgery showed that 76% of older adults with symptoms of discolored and cold leg skin who do not receive treatment die within 8 years. 3 simple steps to detect and improve blood circulation. At-home pulse test. Use 2 fingers, index and middle, to gently press on the top of the foot where it meets the ankle, then press inside the ankle bone. If you cannot clearly feel the pulse at both spots, or the pulse is weaker on one side, see a doctor. This may indicate uneven blood flow. Boost circulation with simple exercises 3 times a day. Ankle rotations, 30 circles each direction. Toe curls and stretches, 50 repetitions. Leg extensions while seated, 20 times each leg. Research from the University of Michigan shows that regularly performing these exercises increases leg blood flow by 35% within just 2 weeks. Add daily artery cleansing foods to your diet. Blueberries, fatty fish such as salmon, rich in omega-3, dark leafy greens, kale, spinach. A 12-year study published in Circulation found that older adults who eat these foods at least 4 times per week reduce their risk of arterial blockage by 67%. Mrs. Linda was lucky to act in time. What about you? Don't let your legs send silent cries for help. Just a few minutes of checking and small daily habits can protect you from dangerous complications and keep your legs healthy for life. Sign 3. Leg pain or cramps while walking. Every afternoon, Mrs. Margaret, a 70-year-old living in Colorado, takes her beloved dog, Lucky, for a walk around the neighborhood. But recently, she noticed that after walking just a few hundred feet, her calf would start to feel tight and painful, forcing her to stop and rest. After a few minutes, the pain would subside and she would continue walking. She thought maybe she just needed to exercise more. But in reality, this was a serious signal from her circulatory system. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, leg pain while walking called claudication is a typical sign of peripheral artery disease, PAD. When the arteries in the legs narrow due to plaque buildup, blood supply to the muscles becomes insufficient during activity, causing pain and cramps. This pain is not just fatigue, it is a warning that the body is severely lacking oxygen at the tissue level. More dangerously, a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine shows that older adults with claudication symptoms have a 3-fold higher risk of stroke or heart attack, and an average life expectancy shortened by up to 10 years if not treated early. So, what can you do to stop this dangerous progression? The good news is you don't need surgery or expensive medication. Here are 3 clinically proven simple strategies. Follow the 7-minute intermittent walking program developed by doctors at Stanford. Walk until you begin to feel leg pain, then stop and wait for the pain to fully subside before continuing. Repeat for 7 minutes daily. This method helps stimulate collateral circulation, creating new capillaries to nourish muscles. Add natural plaque-fighting foods. Fresh garlic, 1 clove, day, pomegranate juice, 4 ounces day, and walnuts, a small handful each morning. Research from the University of Maryland shows combining these three reduces arterial plaque by up to 26% within 3 months. Eliminate corn oil completely. This oil contains high levels of omega-6 fatty acids that can trigger vascular inflammation and accelerate atherosclerosis. Replacing it with extra virgin olive oil improves blood vessel elasticity by up to 31% in just 1 month. Margaret was fortunate to follow her vascular doctor's advice and begin lifestyle changes. 6 weeks later, she could walk continuously for 15 minutes without stopping, and best of all, she felt confident she was in control of her own health. The 3 signs in your leg swelling, skin, discoloration, and pain when walking may seem like normal aging changes. But if ignored, they could be the first alarm bells for serious cardiovascular, vascular, and circulatory problems, silent killers that send thousands of older Americans to hospitals, suffer strokes, or die each year. The good news is, if you act early, you can slow, even reverse this dangerous process. The simple strategies you just read ranging from at-home health checks, nutrient-rich diets protecting your blood vessels, to gentle exercises that stimulate circulation have all been clinically studied and proven effective. Taking action today can be an invaluable gift for yourself and your loved ones. Don't wait until you're hospitalized with chest pain or stroke to start caring about your legs and your heart. Paying attention to these small signals now can help you live healthier, longer, and enjoy many more meaningful years with your family. If you find this article helpful, please share it with friends or relatives over 60. It may be a small act, but it could save a life. And remember, you always have the power to control your health starting with your own legs.